I have so much love and respect for all women, but when I think of the girl he now loves who I've stalked on Instagram way too many times, I wish she was a little less pretty, a little less perfect. I am the girl who has her heart on her sleeve and used to keep wondering why. Why have I been given this characteristic of the heart out of all the tougher ones out there? It's like having my heart on my sleeve automatically made it fragile, weak, stupid, too quickly attached. How sad is that? The last time I got my heart broken, I quickly typed this poem onto my notepad. Here it goes. How many times do you get your heart broken? How many times do you carefully put it back together? We cement our hearts with a mixture of memories and pain and perhaps a little hope. How far can this cement really carry us? Sometimes I feel like my heart is too fragile. It leaps, bounces, shivers at the slightest touch. What do you do with such a fragile heart? How do you care for it? It even melts the hard cement and absorbs it into itself. How do you accept this heart? How much warmth do your hands need to generate to hold it safe, to hold it calm and tell it that it needs to give itself a chance? Well, as you can see from that poem, that my heart is quite a sensitive drama queen, flying into sleeves that it doesn't always belong. So here is a story of my attempt at putting my heart back into its rightful place. I mean, there's a reason we all have a ribcage. This story, like many others, begins with a heartbreak. Mine. Well, perhaps a little the other person's too. I mean, sometimes I wonder if the person who breaks the heart also misses the little things, like ordering pizza, chicken on his half, and extra cheese always in all contexts on mine. Deciding which movie to watch every night but always falling asleep before it ends, the warmth of our hands intertwines, the intimacy of our fingers exploring each other. How we always put our laundry on quick instead of delicate, his impatience becoming an excuse for me to hide mine, how lovely it was to simply get dinner together. I wonder if the person who breaks the heart also misses these little things. The shared everyday mundane. I mean, just because we fall out of romantic love doesn't mean that all love is lost. No? So I guess I'll always let a part of him remain in me and hope that he does the same. My heart's red with the tint of orange that he has left behind has turned a slightly different shade, and I think it suits me. So I, for this instant, let my heart remain where it is, on my sleeve. So this story about me putting my heart back where it belongs probably begins with some other heartbreak. And I may all this while have seemed like a sweet girl trying to be in love, but believe me, there are nights and days when I have woken up and hoped that he wakes up with a pinching pain in his heart and cries for a minimum of 3 nights about how he let go of a lover so divine. I mean, I have cried for 3 into who knows how many nights. And believe me, I have so much love and respect for all women, but when I think of the girl he now loves, who I've stalked on Instagram way too many times, I wish she was a little less pretty, a little less perfect. Till I call up my friend who reminds me that comparison is a thief of joy, but these thoughts still crowd my mind. These petty and angry parts of me, which I had suppressed and rejected for so long that when they came up after my heart was broken, I kind of understood the boy. Thought that he should be glad he got rid of me, that somehow I was intrinsically unworthy. But like I said, my heart is always on the sleeve and always open even for me. So when I saw these angry and petty parts of me, my heart knew how to let them in and knew how to slowly love them, and in turn love parts of others that may not always be perfect. I stopped expecting my heart to be the perfect crimson red and realized that it's okay to sometimes add a gray instead. So this way, my heart's shade card once more fell off the track, but this time it didn't feel like it was under attack. So once again, I let my heart stay where it was, on my sleeve. So this story about me putting my heart back in my rib cage probably, and I swear this is the last one, probably begins with another heartbreak. This time, I let my heart stay open through the cracks. I let myself cry. I carried a pillow everywhere that I went, and I just let myself be to notice that I was there for me. And so were others. I noticed how my flatmate made me hand squeeze fresh orange juice to help me cool down before an interview. How an ex-lover, now a friend, but our friends lovers too. How an ex-lover, now a friend, listened to me cry on the phone multiple times. How another friend made analogies with books in them because I like books. How a girl who I had just met gave me a hug every single time she passed me by in college because I looked a little bit lonely. How someone listened to me talk like I hate myself over and over and over and over and over again and always stayed. How my parents realized that there was probably something wrong but were okay with loving me from afar because they were okay that sometimes I need my friends. How another friend handed me a book which had lines about heartbreak by David White that said, "Heartbreak is an indication of our sincerity in a love relationship, in trying to learn a musical instrument, and in aiming to shape a better, more generous self. Heartbreak is a deeper introduction to what we love and have loved." So, I let my heart be colored with the shades of everything and everyone that I have loved, that I love, that I will. So I guess this story doesn't begin with a heartbreak or end with a heartbreak, because no story ends with a heartbreak. Each time I have let my heart fly off my sleeve into someone else's chest, I realize that the ability to love is as rewarding as to be loved. And aren't both the same? That my love isn't returned doesn't make it any less real. And that my heart can be so open and vulnerable to the world can be a gift, not a curse. And as the lines from the TV show Never Have I Ever go, Mahek, you feel a lot. Which means sometimes you're going to hurt a lot. But it also means that you're going to live a life which is emotionally rich and really beautiful. I have for so long hated my heart for being stupid, silly, sensitive, weak. But its sensitivity is its greatest strength. And perhaps it is stupid sometimes, but I realize it's really not so bad to be a fool, That I can be vulnerable with the world allows me to be more vulnerable with myself, and this is the only heart I know. This is the only way I know to love. How beautiful that it feels so much. How beautiful that it can get attached to people to observe the little things that make them beautiful. Like how their eyes turn from black to honey brown in the sunlight, and how their accent changes when they say Hanji in the middle of an English sentence. With every pain, I have tried to pick up my heart and put it back in my chest. Like really fix it back in my chest. But each time I pick it up and my hands touch it and feel its beat, it doesn't need to tell me. I already know. So I pick it up and put it back right where it belongs. Here, on my sleeve. Thank you.